see a maid not eating anything and her employer eating something at the table.
Don't bring your domestic helper outside if you don't want to pay for her meal.
I mean, those people commenting, those netizens, they are the jerks. They are the big jerks for criticizing the employer for not treating the maid a meal.
But should the employer need to pay for her?
After seeing the video of the maid not eating anything with the employer, those ridiculous comments keep popping up to disgrace the employer. What is the meaning of this? The post says, don't bring your domestic helper outside if you don't want to pay for her meal. But the question is why we can't bring the maid outside even if we don't want to pay for her meal. It's our freedom to bring her out cause we already pay for her time, okay? We already pay her, so why should we buy her a meal? It doesn't make any sense. I pay you already, okay? Why do you need to ask more from me? And because of this, a lot of netizens are saying the employer was inhumane for not treating the maid as a human. But in what way the employer was not treating her as a human? The maid could pay for her own meal, right? Even for own drinks or coffee or tea. Why should the employer pay for her as long as they didn't mistreat her or abuse her and they are still following the rules by giving her pay on time, a proper room to stay, and also the 3 necessary meals? So, if we don't treat maid with some food or drinks while we are at the coffee shop or anywhere, it's called ill-treating or inhumane. Count the maid very lucky if their employers didn't abuse them. You know abuse? Every time pick up the maid, this is called abuse. Sorry. What more do they want? Hello, what do you want me to get for you? Coffee or tea? Chicken wings or chicken curry? Like this. There is no need to go an extra mile for the employer to treat them or make their mates better. If the employer want to treat them anything, it should be considered as a complimentary but not an obligation. Why must I treat you? Who are you to me? Our mates, our girlfriends, and that every time when going out with them, we need to pay things for them. So what if they are poor? That doesn't mean poor people should take advantage of people who are better. We all have our own problems and we mostly help ourselves. If people or any family members want to help us, we count ourselves lucky and we treat it as a gift. If an employer treats a maid food or something or meals, buy her things or even buy her beautiful clothes, then count the maid lucky too. There are some maids or poor people out there. The better you treat them, the greedier they get, and the more things they want from you. That become a monster. They don't know the limits and they don't know what a thing called appreciation, and they may even steal your things. And I believe many people has experienced that too. When I was working as a worker, a factory operator when I was very young, I ate with my boss and only sometimes he would treat me, and most of the time I had to pay for my own food. So I get disappointed if my boss didn't treat me anything. Why should I? He gave me the pay that I deserve and I was supposed to use it to buy my own food. I work to buy my own food and water and anything that I need. Why should I expect my boss to treat me every time? Just because he's richer than me? If I have no money, I don't expect my friends or boss to give me a treat too. So if any of my friends wanted to call me out to eat with them to some kind of expensive place, I would normally say to them, hey, I have no money. If you want me to go, you better treat me, okay? Otherwise, I would rather spend my time at home enjoying playing my games and eating something simple. So same for the maid. The employer doesn't owe her anything if they have already provided all her necessary needs. Some people may say, if the employer is stingy, then don't bring the maid out. But why can't the employer bring the maid out since the employer has already paid for her time? I have already paid you. You go where I go, okay? It's up to the employer how to use her time to do whatever things as long as within her parameter of work. The reason maybe the employer needed her to carry some groceries. It may be the employer felt insecure because there was no one at home. And there are many other reasons. Some employers behave even worse than what we see here. They could bring their mates to clean the workplaces or do things that are even more dangerous. Help me to clean the window. just like this, get, and those are really bad employers. So even we see the rich not giving the poor any money or giving their workers any food, it's not for us to say they are stingy or whatever we want, because none of us owe anyone anything to be in such an obligation. We have freedom to choose whom to give and even choose whom to accept from. Do you agree? Do read out comments, negative or positive. Remember, subscribe and like and share my video. Bye.